Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Before we get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Havakwadash. Double honors to my elder apostles, Great Millstone, ruler and teach well, and honors and salutations to the Akim, Great Millstone, pushing his truth throughout the four corners in these last days. Shalom. Okay, and the title of this video might be it is written, all right, or it was written. It was written. Okay. You know, in short, hold on. You know, and basically, what I mean by the title, it was written, talking about what? Prophecy. Okay, so things that's happening now, that happened in the past, and that's going to happen in the future. It was already written. Okay, it was already written. All right, and we're gonna start off with this precept. Okay, and this is what gives us stability in the mind. All right, this is what gives us stability in the mind. Okay, it says Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning. All right, declaring the end from the beginning. All right, this is the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. The Lord declared the end from the beginning. Okay, and that goes all over a lot of people's head. You know, they don't. You have a lot of Christians that say, "Oh, I read the whole Bible." All right, and they don't understand the Bible. Okay, it says, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Okay, calling a ravenous bird from the east, and the man that executeth my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, I will also do it. All right. I'm going to finish it off. Hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted that are far from righteousness. All right. I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. Who is his people? Those are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, you're the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. But the point is, verse 10 and 11. All right. The end was declaring the end from the beginning. Okay. All right. That's what the Lord has done, and we watching his word come to pass. Okay. Bear with me. Go back some. All right, I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 7. Luke 21:7, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? So mark that. We're going to come back to that, because each chapter, you know, is witnesses saying the same thing. Matthew 24:3. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Exactly. All right. Okay. So, and we just read Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning. Okay? So let's read that again. Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? All right? And we're about to go into those things. But I want to get in the other chapter. So Luke 21 and 8, and he said, Take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. Right? Okay? And that shows you that we're in the last days. Alright? It's a precept, slipped my mind. Type in last days. Let me see. Okay, here you go. Alright. This second Peter 3 and 1. This second epistle, Beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. Right. So that's another prophecy and sign to show you that we're in the last days. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. All right. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. You know, like what's that dude, Bishop Nathaniel, talking about it is June. You know, there is no microchip. You know, and he's clearly, you know, set up. All right. You know, and the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. All right, that's in fact the mark of the beast. All right. And that's that last major prophecy, the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, the MOTB. That's that last major prophecy before those nuclear missiles hit America. Okay? So it says, Second Peter 3 and 3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. All right? And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the waters and in the water. All right. Whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word are kept in store, were reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. All right. All right. Bear with me. I'm trying to remember this precept I was trying to get. It slipped my mind. Alright. We'll just get this one. It's the 5th chapter. I'm gonna be jumping around in 2nd Ezra. All right, it's second Ezra 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which is now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. All right. So this is prophecy, and we can't wait for it to happen. All right. I'm gonna be jumping around here. All right. It's second Ezra 6 and 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." All right. You know, so what? We know Job 9 and 24. We know Esau, who is the so-called white man, he's ruling the earth in the last days. Okay, you can't get around it. You know? You can't get around it. Now we gotta go to Daniel's. Let's see. We're gonna jump around. All right, we're gonna jump around. Starting at 17. This Daniel 7 and 17. These great beasts, which are four kings. Okay, which shall arise out of the earth. All right, and that's talking about 4 kingdoms that ruled. Okay. All right. You had the Babylonian Empire. Okay. The Medo-Persian Empire. All right. The Greeks and the Romans. All right. So those 4 great beasts that it's talking about. And who gave them their dominion? The Lord did. The Lord rose them up and he brought them down. It says, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever." All right, and that's that transitioning that's happening. Let's scroll down. All right. I'm going to read 25, but I got to go to Daniel, the 2nd chapter. This Daniel 7 and 25, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High." And keep it in mind, this is prophecy fulfilled. All right? You know, and when you read, because this is history, but it's in a parable form. Okay, this is history, but it's in a parable form. You know, so the last queendom, the last kingdom, all right, a superpower that's going to be ruling the earth during the return of the Lord. Okay, this is what they're going to be doing. All right. And Babylon the Great, all right, that great whore, all right, that mystery Babylon is headed by Esau, the so-called white man, and only him. Okay. All right, Daniel 7 and 25, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until at time and times dividing of time." All right, and at times and times that go into the 350 years. All right, from 1619 to 19, from 1619 to 1969. All right. All right. So that's that time, and we're still here. All right. This devil is about to come down with great wrath because he knows that he have a short time. You know, And this shows you the power of the Lord. Everything was written, you know, each prophecy, it came to pass, and there's more to come. You know? All right. All right. So it reads, "But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume it, to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, the greatness of the kingdom of the whole earth, under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him." You know, and you got scholars that agree, like, okay, Nebuchadnezzar's image, you know, you got scholars that can break that down, you know, but hey, we got to get to those feet now. All right. All right, here we go. Start at, 41. Yeah, we're going to start at 41. Daniel 2 and 41. "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potters and clay," and this, keep it in mind, this is after the ancient Roman Empire. That fourth beast is the ancient Roman Empire. All right, but prophecy tells you the fourth beast was going to be revised, reborn. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, the Bill of Rights, was signed. If you do research, roughly paraphrasing, the Bill of Rights, I want to say it was signed under the Treaty of Rome, I want to say. And another thing, you know, these Bill of Rights is the revised ancient Roman Empire, their laws and their way of governing. Okay. All right. So America's the way it run, this system, okay, this beast system is the ancient Roman Empire all over again. All right. It's the ancient Roman Empire all over again. All right. So it says, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with mirror clay." And we see that this kingdom is divided. You know, the NATO and the EU is divided. All right. You know, Babylon the Great America been treating these countries that's a part of the EU like shit, you know, and fucking over them. All right. So judgment is about to come to Babylon at the end of the day. All right. It was all set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. It says, "And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken." All right. "And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with mirror clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay." All right. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right. You know, so we can, this is a prophecy as well. Okay. So scholars, you know, these Edomite scholars, they'll have to admit who is those toes talking about? Who is that feet talking about? You know, who's ruling now? You know, if you can figure out the four beasts, which are four kingdoms, If you can figure that much out, you should know, okay, who's ruling now? Because after those 10 toes, the Lord kingdom is established, you know? So you can't get around it. All right? And the Lord is about to take Esau, so-called white man, out of power. All right? This Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, the so-called white man, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You know? And he see these elites, they see, like, damn, these motherfuckers, they on point through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Everything we saying is coming to pass. You know, multitudes is waking up. The elect is waking up. You know? All right. All right. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And verse 9, we're entering into that. All right? You know? We're entering into that. You know? We see the nation rising against nation. The kingdom against kingdom. You know, we see the famines growing. The famine of food and water and resources. We see those growing. We see the pestilence growing. We see the earthquakes growing. All right? Those are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? We know persecution is coming. That's a prophecy as well. Persecution on the men of the Lord. That's a prophecy as well. You know? But it's light at the tunnel. We know that means, okay, we're closer to Yahweh Shah returning. We're closer to the kingdom of heaven. But we don't got to worry no more. You know, we don't got to be afraid no more. You know? It's not going to be no more war on the earth. Okay? So it says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. You have a lot of false prophets, you know, claiming to be Hebrew Israelites. Okay? These false camps, whether they set up by the small heads, you know, or they just, you know, following their own belly, their own mind. All right. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness and unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Exactly. And we're at the end. You know, we're at the end. You know, we're at that final countdown. All right. So we're trying to grow as much as we can in this truth, that we may, you know, do all that we can to stand. Hold on. Fight the good fight of faith. Because our faith is the real test about to begin. Our faith is about to be put to the test. All right, because that persecution is about to start. All right. So with that, I want to end it off and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Habakkuk Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, Great Millstone, rule and teach well. And honors and salutations to the Akim of Great Millstone, pushing this truth throughout the four corners. These last days, Shalom.